workout schedule. So the last week of August, and we'll get into it. But first, I want to say how awesome and how much I love the espresso. Even if I have to, buy a lot of these pods. These pods aren't cheap. So like, based off of Keurig, you can get some of them for under $1 per pod, easy, right? 70, maybe even 60 cents. With these Nespresso pods, so these are all the espressos. So these are all about 1.35 ounces. It's like $1.10 to $1.25 a pod. So it's not cheap, but definitely worth it. As you can look at this beautiful thing. Look at that. Oh, it's gorgeous. Good morning, everybody. Now that I got my cup of joe, we can get started and talk about my workout schedule for the week. So this week I'm going to do something a little bit different, and I actually made a PowerPoint. It highlights the mileage, it highlights the workout, and each individual type of workout that I did for each day. So right now we're going to be going Monday through Saturday last week. Let's get started. So on August 24th, that's my chest and tricep day, and I actually did 275 push-ups in 20 minutes. So the reason I did only 20 minutes instead of 30 was I was short for time, which is why the lesser time. This is a really short chest and tricep day, so tricep extension, so this is just where I'm going overhead. And actually what I do, and it's not really 3 sets of 12, it's more like 3 sets of 24, because I switch the grip of my hands. So sometimes I'll go right hand over my left, and then I'll do another 12 with my left hand over my right. And then ground bench, just like how it sounds, I lay down on the ground and I bench. So what I do is I do a traditional bench, so I do 10 of those, and then I twist my arms into a 45-degree angle, and then I push up again. And that leads for the last set of 10, so making it total 20. And overhead tricep, just like how it says. Stand up, I put one arm over my head, and I just bend at the elbow, and I lift up, and I do that for each arm. So more like 3 sets of 20, but 3 sets of 10 for each arm. And shorter run, so 3.44 miles at an 8:39 pace. So not too shabby. Tuesday's a little bit of a longer run, so 6 miles, 8:40 pace, and that is my back and bicep day. So my routine hasn't changed in terms of what body parts I work out on each specific day. 172 pull-ups in 30 minutes, which isn't too shabby. I think that's my highest so far. 15s. So what 15s are is that's when I, instead of 21s, so instead of doing a curl at the halfway mark for 7, and then halfway to full at 7, and then a full at 7, it's just 5s. So, which is why I call it my version of 21s, 15s. Bent over row, so I bend over at the hips, lean forward, and I just row it up. Hammer curl, so my arms are on this at the side position instead of perpendicular to me, and I just go for that. Single row, so something I do specific with the single row, which I've learned from, I think it was the Buff Dude's channel on YouTube, was I come in at a regular row, and then I immediately alternate and I do it to the side of me. So I do that 10 each, so 3 for 20. Bicep curl, just curl the weights. And then deadlift. So I do high rep for the deadlifts. Right now I'm working with a pair of 20-pound dumbbells, so which is why I'm able to do higher rep stuff, because I'm kind of limited as to what my equipment is. Then we have a leg day. So last week, for my first leg day, I did 3.5 miles, 8:46 per pace, so a little bit slower. And I did 400 squats in 30 minutes, which I think is one of my highest so far. Weighted squats, so that's just me having the two 20-pound dumbbells hoisted up, so I'm squatting 40 pounds additionally for the weighted squats. Same thing with the calf raise. I have the dumbbells in my hand and I just do calf raises. And then shoulder shrugs, I do deadlifts again because it's a good back workout and leg workout. Shoulder press, so just lift the two 20-pound dumbbells overhead. Lifted single lunge, so that's where I put one of my legs on top of a bench or on top of a chair in my case, and I just lunge down. And then single sumo press, so wide stance, and I have one 20-pound dumbbell in between my hands, and I just go straight down. And here's the second round. So I always do 2 rounds of each type of workout, which is what leads to my 6-day-a-week workout schedule. So on the 27th, my second round of chest tricep, another nice run, 3.5 miles, 8:44 per pace, and 275 push-ups in 20 minutes. So it was identical to what I did for the first round. Tricep extension. So this one, what did I do? Yeah, so a tricep extension is where I just lift it straight up overhead, and it's more like 3 sets of 24 because I switch my grip and I do another 12. Same thing with the ground bench, and then overhead triceps, so single arm up and bend at the elbow. So this one was a really short workout. And then of course abs. So I don't know if you noticed, but abs are included every single day because I do work a little bit of abs every single day, every single training day. Back and bicep, and I actually went for quite a bit of mileage for my second round of back and biceps. So I did 8 miles at 8:14 per pace, so pretty darn fast and pretty long. 161 pull-ups in 30 minutes, so it was 11 shy of the first round. Hammer curls, single row, bicep curl, bent over row, and then 15s. So nothing but pure back and bis. And then we have the last workout for the week, or the last workout day, so a really short run, 2.27 miles. And 9:05 per pace, so definitely slow, considerably slower than yesterday's or the day prior's at 8:14. 360 squats in 30 minutes, so 40 less squats than the previous leg day. I think that kind of, I was kind of feeling fatigued. Saturdays are pretty much my worst performance days because I'm 6 days in and I'm exhausted. Shoulder press, weighted calf raise, shoulder shrugs, deadlift again, single lunge, squat press. So the squat press, I didn't do this the last training session, but all it is I have 2 20-pound dumbbells in my hand, and I squat down and I push up and I push the weights, and I essentially punch the sky with both weights in hand. That's really tough. Sumo squat, wide stance, and then front shoulder raise. So that's just where I get one of the 20-pound dumbbells and I just straight arm lift it straight up. So it's good for working the front part of your shoulder. And that is the training for this week. Mileage was kind of sporadic. It was kind of on the lower side in terms of how I ran. So it wasn't like 7 days, 7 miles, 8 miles. It was a lot of 3s and 2s and then one 8-miler in there. So it was pretty solid, and playing around a lot more with the weight side of it. So right now my schedule, or my workout duration, it's closer to like a 60-40 split, I want to say. 60% of the time it's cardio and then 40 to weights. So I don't know if that's going to stay the same depending on what my goals are and depending on how fast I am. Because if I do get a lot faster, then I wouldn't spend as much time, because I don't foresee boosting up the mileage anytime soon. In terms of like doing 10-mile runs daily. I don't know, maybe, depending on how fast I get. But I think right now, the 2 and 3 for the shorter runs, and then maybe between 6 and 8 for the longer or the medium longer runs, I think it's kind of perfect for where I'm at and what I'm trying to do right now. So thanks for watching, and sorry I'm talking so quietly. It just turned 6 o'clock in the morning, so everyone's kind of sleeping in the house, but I did want to get this video done for you guys. And in the future, since I do stop training on Saturday typically, I'm gonna try to get these out on Sunday. It's just, you know, life happens and things are kind of thrown at you, and I want to stay as consistent as possible for you guys, for my 24 subscribers. Each one of you 24 are awesome. So thanks. See you next time.